Hi, welcome to Top Chef University. I'm Spike from Top Chef Chicago. Our second course is all about the foundations of cooking, and this is your next lesson. We've already shown you how to make a bunch of different types of stocks from scratch in your home kitchen. But what do you do when you don't have the time to make a stock from scratch and you don't have any stashed away in the freezer? Don't panic. Today we're going to talk about all sorts of types of stocks you might find in your grocery store and the best uses for each. We'll also teach you some terms that are associated to stocks like demi-glace, jus, and consommé. Let's get started. Okay, so now that I've taught you how to make stock from scratch and putting all sorts of love and patience into it, I mean, not everyone has the time to make their own stocks, the 3 hours, the 4 hours, however long it makes. So there's a couple really great alternatives that you can find at the stores, such as these beef bouillon cubes. This is pretty much dehydrated beef, chicken, or vegetables. And these little suckers are really easy to use and pack a lot of flavor. All you really have to do is dissolve this in water. The only thing that you really have to worry about, though, is that there's a lot of salt in this. So before you season your broth or anything, make sure you dissolve these first and then taste it for appropriate seasoning. Two other products that are really available at the store are stocks and broth. People ask me a lot, what's the difference between a stock and a broth? Well, it's pretty simple. Stocks are what we made earlier. They're made from bones, chicken bones or veal bones. They're caramelized, they're reduced, they're packed in full of flavor. The consistency of the stock usually is a little bit more gelatinous. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And broth is usually just made by the protein, like the actual meat, whether it's ground meat or ground chicken. And usually, it's the same thing as a consommé, which is a clear soup. But, you can also find low sodium stocks at the store, which this is really helpful because if you're making like this beautiful dinner and you're making a sauce, you can really adjust the seasoning to your liking. Instead of using one that's very, very heavily salted and you got to really watch out. So I prefer using low sodium because it gets you to really where you want to be when you're reducing the sauce. And a couple really cool culinary terms. If you want to act like you're a top chef and you're cooking like you're a top chef, you might want to know these go-to words. And one is a demi-glace. As you can see, beautiful and thick. You're thinking chocolate, Nutella, but no. This is actually that beautiful brown beef stock that we made earlier, reduced by twice. So it's super thick, it's super intense, and it has a lot of flavor. And we use this in the kitchens to finish off sauces, to pack a little flavor. And it's a great alternative, and it's really, really quick. Another one is jus. Jus is the French word for jus. Well, actually juice. These are the resulting pan juices from cooking meat, and they're usually the foundation for sauces. Now that you know all the stock terms, you can talk like a top chef while you're cooking like one. In the next lesson, we'll get into the principles of making clear soups, like the world-famous chicken noodle, good for the body and great for the soul.